So today, we're going to be talking about recycling. Not only recycling, but some other things. Right. This is kind of boring, so we're not going to do that. Okay, here's a question for you. How effective? What's effective? Huh? 效能, yep, or 有效的, right? So how effective do you think Taiwan is at recycling? Good or bad? Do you recycle? Put your hand up if you recycle. 1. 回收. Recycle. 回收, right? What's re? We did this again last week, I think. Means again. Cycle. What's a cycle? Yes, it's this, right? What's this? What does buy mean? G. No. Hello. What is this? I'm giving you all my answers. Student ID.
Cindy.
Where? Oh, maybe I didn't make her absent. I think. Cindy, what's your 020? Yeah, you're here. Congratulations. Cindy, tell me, because you're late. Bicycle. Recycle. Re is again. Cycle is this. What's bicycle is 脚踏车, right? What's buy? Cycle. Cycle. Buy means 2. Right? What's a tricycle? Great. Try 3. And cycle, okay? So, cycle is a circle. Do you put your hand up if you recycle? Don't be shy. You don't recycle? What? Often. So why didn't you put your hand up? Not often. You recycle? No? You recycle? You don't recycle. You don't somehow you don't separate your recycling from your non-recycling. What kind of animals are you? You're not trying to save the planet. All right. So okay, from you, maybe you are not representative of Taiwan. You don't like the out Taiwan, but Taiwan is quite good at recycling, right? Yeah, but not you. What? The look she gives them. What percentage of garbage does Taiwan recycle, do you think? How much of recycling garbage do you recycle? Yes. You're good, right? You think it's 100%? No, because you don't. You throw your stuff in the normal trash. So how much? 500G. What percentage of recycling trash do you recycle in Taiwan? 60%. That's a lot. But you're very close. 61. You're not okay. It's down. It's below. Anyway, 55%. So that's pretty good. You're one of the best in the world. Well done. Maybe not this class, but your country do a good job. But you're not the best. Ha ha! Who's the best? It's not me. It's not the UK. Who is the best? Which country is the best at recycling? Any ideas? Japan? No. It's in Europe. Yeah, Switzerland's, yeah, it's up there. It's like, it's one on the top. Very good. Do you know where Europe is? I don't want to go down that road again. Maybe your geography. Germany. 67%. Well done, Germany. And then followed by South Korea and Austria. And then I think Switzerland is also up there. So, you could do more. Jayo. Okay, Lucas, Charlie? Start recycling. Tiny, start recycling. I'm just looking now. How many of you, for example, you go to a... Oh my God. What happened?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing. So why are you late? Okay. Late. Or maybe I'm kind.
Thank you.
I'm not always, you're quite welcome. I mean, I make fun of you every day, so I should be kind. Right, here's a question. What do you think e-waste is? Don't use your dictionary, use your brain. You already know this because you know words that are very similar. What's that? Yes, I know you can read. What is an email? What's 电子? What does E stand for? E is the first letter. What's the rest of the word? You're going to spell it to me. You can't say it, you can spell it. Electronic. Okay? Electronic. So, if email is electronic mail, what is e-waste? What's waste? 垃圾. Yeah. So what's 电子垃圾? Give me an example of electronic waste. What? 电锯. Okay, so yes. So for example? Right, guys, this is an English class. I know you don't speak any English, but you have to try. So don't just keep shouting Chinese words at me. Give me an example of an electronic waste. A computer, thank you very much. A computer is a good example of electronic waste. Give me some more. A cell phone. What else? A TV. Etc. Okay? So, there we go. What kind of materials can you recycle from e-waste? For example, you know how you have two trucks that pick up the garbage, right? One is a normal garbage, okay? So your food and your stuff, paper. And then there's another one for recycling. Do you throw a TV in there? No, why not? Because you're not strong enough to lift up a TV. Why? Well, what do you recycle? Why can you not throw a TV in a recycling truck? There's two reasons. One, it's dangerous, right? You can't throw a TV in a recycling because they'll smash it and get glass everywhere. That's one. So one is dangerous. And two, what are you recycling in a TV or a cell phone? What part of an ICU? Okay, what part of the ICU? Guys, help me. It's like Jerry Maguire. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. What? What thing am I recycling in a cell phone or a TV or a computer? What do I want to get out? Say again? Metal. Right? But it's not easy to get the metal. Right? You can't just take out the metal. It's difficult. Right? So you have plastic and you have valuable metals. Right? Because there's not only things like normal metal in a computer, but things like gold, right? And copper, and different kinds of metals. So, today, first, we're going to learn some vocabulary, and then we're going to read the article about e-waste. And then you're going to watch a video about e-waste. Okay? So, here are some words for you. Number one, out of date. Out of date means old, right? Not up to date. So you have out of date and then up to date. Up to date means like modern. Is Yarrow lost? You know, and I gave up on Yarrow. Right, up to date means modern. Out of date means old or dated. Dated also means old. So, for example, my Lao Shi is out of date. Yes or no? No, I'm a modern man. I have Instagram. You know? I'm modern-ish. Electronic. Yeah. Electronic is your word of the day. E-waste. By the way, I want to know, why do you say le se? Because when I was in China, it's la ji. But here, yeah, why? It doesn't make sense. What's that? La. What's that? Ji. Le. It's la. Ji. Se. What are you doing? You're just changing all the sounds. You should all say 垃圾. No, it's not 垃圾. I say 垃圾 because I want to, be understood here. But in my heart, I say 垃圾. Every time I say 垃圾, I have to go 垃圾. I have to. Right. Here it's quite okay. Melt, which is my 老师 in Taiwan summers. To do what? What do you want to do?
Someone wants to give me some book. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. All right. Chemicals. Faye, you need a book. 没带, why 没带? Why didn't you bring your book? But you are not in the 宿舍. You are here. So why is your book in the 宿舍 and you are here? Also, what is 宿舍 in English? Dormitory. Dormitory. Yes. So why is your book in the dormitory when you are in the classroom? Do you see a problem there? And I don't only mean your textbook, I mean a book also. You should write down your notes in class. You should bring a book. Does no one have a textbook here? Not a textbook. No one have a... Can I borrow? Just to show people what a book is. One of these. Right? May I borrow? Which one is better? Which one will you lose more often? This or this? Because this, I have these in my office. They're all over my floor. I lose them every day. This, though, is useful. Thank you. Buy one. Okay? They're like 10 NT. You go to Ijojo. They cost nothing. Don't say, oh, it's too expensive. Not too expensive, you're lazy. Environment. Recycle. And the last one, reporter. The verb is report. ER is the person who does report. And by the way, the next hour, we're going to do a group activity. Yay! You're going to work as a group. High five. Yeah, I just want to give you a high five. All right. Let's practice. Out of date. All right, let's try again. Out of date. No, I want you to say out of date. Out of date. Electronic. E-waste. Melt. Chemicals. Environment. Recycle. Reporter. Remember. CH in English has two pronunciations. One is that right? Yes, that's right. The other one is right? For example, church, chemical. Why? I don't know. Just remember, sometimes it's ch, sometimes it's k. It's probably to do with the root of the word. Electronic. 什么意思 electronic? 电子 reporter. Out of date. Chemicals. Melt. Recycle. E-waste. Environment. E-waste. No, it's 电子垃圾. Sorry, you're wrong. I could do this all day. Electronic. Melt. Chemicals. What? Environment. Recycle. Reporter. Okay, I would like you to read this article. The questions are terrible, but maybe I will ask more questions. On page 58. Andrea and Jose, I've talked to the guy about your books, okay? He will send the books, but you have to wait a little bit, okay? So just read from here, please. Sorry. Actually, well, if you want to sit together, I have one book you can share. You don't have to. If you don't want to sit together, it's okay. Am I going to cause a fight? No. Okay, it's not long. I'll give you 5 minutes. You can't read that, but you can read this. That's tiny. That's huge.
Okay.
No, I mean, you do what you want, but I don't understand your loyalty. Right. Let's have a listen. Do you want to listen to the American or listen to me? Listen to the American, because I'm tired of talking.
Track 36, Unit 5A, Reading Passage. E-waste. Do you ever throw away any electronic waste or e-waste? Perhaps you have some old technology that doesn't work, like an out-of-date phone or a slow computer. But when you throw away these objects, do you know where they go? The journalist Peter Essett has followed this e-waste to different countries around the world. ESSEC found a lot of e-waste in Ghana, with thousands of old computers in the local markets. Here, the sellers resell a few computers, but they can't sell many because a lot of them don't work. Instead, the sellers melt some parts of the computers to recycle the metal. These parts don't have much metal, but sometimes there is a little gold inside. Unfortunately, recycling the metal can be dangerous because it produces a lot of chemicals that are bad for workers' health. As a result, ESSEC thinks we shouldn't send any e-waste to other countries. It's bad for the environment, and it's bad for people's health. He believes we need to produce more environmentally friendly electronics in the future. In other words, electronic products that you can recycle safely and in the country where they were made or sold.
Okay. Anita. How do people get the metal inside the computer? Why does your head keep going back? How do they get the metal? Do they use their teeth? What's the magic word? It begins with M. Anita, I can feel myself getting older. What? You don't know. Does anyone know? Jose, how do they get the metal out of the computers? What? They melt it. Good. Alright? Instead, the sellers melt some parts of the computers to recycle the metal. Okay? Why is recycling metal bad? Emily. Go. Why is recycling metal bad? Yeah. So it's dangerous, right? It's dangerous for their health because it uses a lot of chemicals. Okay. Why can't they resell the computers? Amber. Why can't they resell the computers? So if it's an old computer that you give me, maybe I can sell the computer, right? But many, they cannot sell. Why not? Well, yeah, they want to recycle the metal, but if they can resell, they will resell. But why can they not resell? Because many of them are says here, first line. All the questions I ask you are here, by the way, the answers are here. I'll just- They don't work, right? That's all. They can't sell many because a lot of them don't work. I'm just getting you to practice your listening and speaking skills here. Why instead, Jessica, just because you are using a plastic cup that you will throw away after you finish it and kill a turtle? The question is, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. The question is, instead of sending computers to Ghana, what should we do? What's instead of? Okay, we shouldn't send the computers to Ghana. We should do what? We shouldn't send them to Ghana because it's dangerous and it's bad for their health, right? So what should we do? Not sell them because they're broken. What should we do? It's the last sentence. You can say it. So he believes we need to produce means make, right? Produce more. What's environment, right? It's one jing, right? Environmentally friendly. Environmentally friendly means good for the environment. If you say something is friendly, it means it's good for, right? So user-friendly, for example, if something is easy to use, you say it's user-friendly, right? It means it's good for the user. So more environmentally friendly electronics in the future, products that you can recycle safely and in the country where they were made or sold. Because, for example, in Ghana, maybe they don't have the right tools to recycle, right? So they have to use dangerous things because they don't have the safety there. Okay. Right. We're going to watch a video. It's not super easy, but do your best. Here are some questions. The video is about a place in Australia where they recycle e-waste. Okay? So the questions are, there are different stage. What's a stage? It's 阶段, right? So what is the first stage of recycling e-waste? Okay, the first thing they do, what do? What happens during the pre-sorting stage? Sort. Sort means to put into a group, right? Different categories, different groups. So for example, I could say, okay, I'm going to put all the girls here and all the boys here, right? That is sort. But you can sort by anything, by color, by size, by shape, by material, right? So just to put in a group. So this one here is pre-sorting. Sorting is just the ing. What does pre mean, do you know? Lots of words in English have pre at the beginning. Does anybody know what pre means? Are you going to be nurses? Some of you? You're doing nursing. lots of words in nursing English, which you will do next year maybe, have this word, okay? Pre means before. Okay? So pre-sorting means before you sort. Okay? So what happens during the pre-sorting stage? Question 3. What does shredded mean? The verb is shred. What does it mean? Number 4. What kind of materials does the magnet collect? What's a magnet? Any ideas? For example, if something is metal, a magnet will pick it up. But if something is wood, it will not. It's something which attracts metal. Maybe, I don't know the Chinese actually. We can find out. Right? So the question is, what kind of materials does the magnet collect? Number 5, what kind of metals does the eddy current separator remove? So there's a kind of a stage called the eddy current separator. What does that remove? What kind of metal? Number 6, what is removed by the trommel? Again, the trommel is another stage, right? So what does the trommel remove? And number 7, at the end, what are the 2 main kinds, so the 2个主要 kinds of materials, 材料, that the whole process wants to find, right? So when you take a computer and you break it down, really I want to find 2 things at the end, right? What are those 2 things? Okay, do you understand the questions? Maybe not? Shall I give you time to translate the questions? Are you dead? Is anyone? Right, I'll tell you what, I will give you a moment to translate the questions into Chinese, okay? Yeah? Because then maybe you understand the questions better. Can we wake up? Right? Write down the questions in Chinese. Go. If you don't understand, use a dictionary. And then maybe you will understand the video better because you will understand the questions. You can translate it into Portuguese. Get back to it. So, do the questions make more sense? You understand the questions? A little. Okay. Well, we'll try our best. Try our best. Okay? Right. Can we wake up, ladies and gentlemen?
敏感性牙痛有时会一下打到我，所以我用舒酸定帮助舒缓敏感性牙齿。三点立顿。
My life.
Oh, right there. This is the video you've been all waiting for.
Oh.
Hundreds of people have turned up facility.
I'll make it a bit slower. Also, they're from Australia, so their accent is a little different. Guys, come on. Let's wake up. Open our eyes. Focus. Coco. Right. I don't understand how you guys sleep so much. It's like, well, you're like dogs. You just eat and sleep. And go to the toilet. That's it. You don't do anything else. Maybe bark. Right. Watch.
This path here. If you haven't been one of them, now is your chance to join us for a tour of our facility. We're about to show you how 200,000 kilograms of electronic waste are recycled right here in this facility every single month.
Welcome to our facility where your e-waste gets recycled. The e-waste gets dropped right here on the floor for our staff to sort out or delivered in these cages that you can see behind me. So come on, let's go check it out. The first stage.
Right, first stage. Are you ready?
Of the e-waste recycling process starts with sorting and segregating the waste into different categories such as CRT televisions, flat screen televisions, printers, computer peripherals, computers and out-of-scope product. After the sorting and segregation stage, e-waste is weighed on our industrial scales and then sent for pre-sorting.
Pre-sorting. Da, da, da.
In the pre-sorting stage, we remove physical hazards such as batteries, ink and toner cartridges, lamps containing mercury and CRT glass, to name a few. We also fully disassemble CRT televisions, as CRT televisions contain lead glass which can be hazardous if shredded. The CRTs are passed into our CRT separation container where we can recover leaded glass from non-leaded glass and the steel from the shadow masks within. After the material has been pre-sorted and the hazards and contamination has been removed, the material is ready to enter our primary shredder. During this process, material will be shredded into large pieces which can be picked off easily by staff on our picking line. Material then leaves the primary shredder and passes under an overband magnet. The overband magnet collects materials such as steel and ferrous items and passes it onto a picking line. On the picking line, staff pick off contamination, things that aren't quite fully separated, so that we have a very clean steel product coming off the end of that line. The material that is picked off then passes back through the process until it separates properly. The remaining material then passes into the secondary shredder and hammer mill, where it is further reduced in size and liberated from one another. Any pieces of aluminium still stuck to plastic will be separated in this stage. The material then passes onto a drum magnet where any ferrous metals that were still embedded in plastic prior to liberation are removed. Material then enters the eddy current separator where magnetic induction forces are used to separate materials that conduct electricity from materials that don't. The material that remains and was not ejected from the eddy current separator then passes on to our trommel, where glass and ceramics can be removed. From there, the material passes into our optical sorter, where we can further remove contaminants such as circuit boards and copper wire from our plastic stream. This brings us to the end of the process. We've effectively recovered valuable materials that are contained within e-waste, and we've also isolated the hazards that were also present in the e-waste. The hazardous materials that we've recovered are sent off for further refinement by companies such as Nearstar in Port Pirie, and the valuable materials can then be sold and used in manufacturing processes to make new products.
So this is how your electronics are recycled. Those who green are capable of recycling double the amount they currently.
Right, that was it. Did you understand anything? Did you get any of the questions? No? Nothing? Not one? All right. Let's have a look at the questions. What is the first stage of recycling e-waste?
Here on the floor, different categories. Starts with sorting and segregation. The first stage of the e-waste recycling process starts with sorting and segregating the waste into different categories.
That's it. Okay. What does it mean? Vanlay, yeah. So you take the rubbish and you put it into different groups, different categories. For example, TVs, computers, blah, blah, blah. Right? So that was the first answer. Sorting the waste into categories. What happens during the pre-sorting stage?
Compute after the sorting and segregation stage, e-waste is weighed on our industrial scales and then sent for pre-sorting.
Okay, pre-sorting.
In the pre-sorting stage, we remove physical hazard.
What's a physical hazard? Hazard means danger. Okay? Physical means your body. So it's something which can hurt your body. Okay?
Such as batteries, ink and toner cartridges,
So things with chemicals, right?
lamps containing mercury, and CRT glass.
And glass. Okay? So things that can be dangerous to your health. Things with chemicals and things with glass. Alright, so the removal of physical hazards, which are the dangerous parts. Shredded. What does shredded mean? What? Yeah, it means to cut into small pieces, right? What kind of materials does the magnet collect? What?
To name a few. Throughout the steel material will be shredded
So that's
into
shredding.
large pieces which can be and passes under an overband magnet.
So that's your magnet, right?
The overband magnet collects materials such as steel.
Steel. What's steel? It's a type of metal. What's this? Gun. Yeah. Right? Ferrous actually means the word, the Latin for, or the Italian or Latin for steel is ferro. Right? So ferrous means, it's an adjective for steel. Alright? So ferrous just means made of steel. So steel thing, steel metal. Okay, so steel was the answer. What kind of metals does the eddy current separator remove? This is difficult, but let's have a look.
And ferrous items aren't quite picked up into the second, where any ferrous metals, where material then enters the eddy current separator,
Okay, so the eddy current separator.
where magnetic induction forces are used to separate materials that conduct electricity from materials that don't.
Right, so metals that conduct electricity. What does that mean? Materials that conduct electricity. What do you think that means? Is that right? I don't know if you use 导电, but for example, if I have two electric wires, and I have something made of metal, and I touch the wire here, the electricity will pass through this, right? Because it's made of metal. So, well, this metal, maybe, will conduct electricity. It means the electricity can pass through, right? But if I have something like my bag, right, and I put the electric cable here and the electric cable here, nothing happens, because the bag does not conduct electricity, okay? Right, what is removed by the trommel? Did anybody get that one? No?
Duct means then passes on to our trommel,
So
where
trommel.
glass and ceramics can be removed.
Glass is what? Ceramics. Don't know. House. And the last one. At the end, what two kinds of materials do we want to find? No. Kind of. But gold is very specific. This is quite general.
This brings also isolated other value from our plastic stream. This brings us to the end of the process.
Right, the end of the process.
We've effectively recovered valuable material.
So valuable materials, so for example gold, right?
That contain within e-waste, and we've also isolated the hazards that were also present in the e-waste. The hazardous material.
So remember, hazard is danger, so hazardous means dangerous. So the hazardous materials,
that we've recovered are sent off for further refinement.
okay, so they collect those and send them away.
By companies such as Nearstar in Port Pirie, and the valuable materials can then be sold and used in manufacturing processes to make new products.
Okay, so that was it. The last one was valuable materials that can be resold and dangerous materials that can be thrown away safely. Okay? Right. Now, we're going to do some group work. We have 35 minutes. I would like you to make a mind map. This is a mind map. You know mind map? I don't know what it is in Chinese. And I want you to think about a kind of environment. So an environment could be, for example, the sea, or a city, or a mountain, whatever. It could be some kind, but I mean, a mountain, no one lives there, that's the problem. But no one lives in the sea, but we affect the sea a lot, right, through what we do. Or it could be an activity. So for example, or the home could be an environment also, or the air. Activity could be shopping, eating, traveling, anything, any kind of activity, right? So think about either an environment or an activity. And then I want you to think of what kind of things you can do to improve the environment, right? To recycle, to make the environment safer, right? So let's think of something simple. I would like you to, let's take shopping, because it's easy. Now everybody will do shopping. Don't do shopping. Well, you can't do shopping, but for example, what kind of things do you buy? Just choose one. A phone, okay. So we can have electronics. What else do you buy? That's electronics, something different. You don't just buy cell phones. I'm sure you have only one cell phone. What? Food, good. And say clothes. All right? Food is easy, so we'll do that. How can we make our choices when we buy food better for the environment? Say again. Okay, so you could bring your own bag. I mean, you could do that for anything here, but yes, bring your own bag. What else? What about the things that you buy? Right, okay, so why is so buy more vegetables and less meat? Why? Right, because more meat is more CO2, right? So we could buy more vegetables. But, for example, I'm from the UK, right? I like bananas. Where do bananas come from? Right, not the UK, because we can't grow bananas. Right, so for me to get a banana, the banana has to come from Africa or Taiwan or somewhere hot. And then you have to take a plane from the other side of the world, right? So there's a lot of CO2 for a banana. But if I have an apple, man, an apple can be in my garden, right? So buy local food, right? Do you understand what we're doing here? Right? I want you to think about this. Okay? Another clothes, for example. I think maybe in Taiwan it's not so popular, but in my country it's quite popular is second-hand clothes. Yeah, vintage clothes, arshota. More like old style, you know? But like really popular in my country. People your age love to go to these shops because they're cheap and they're cool. Like you get a jacket from the 1970s, it's cool, right? So second-hand clothes, right? Or good quality, right? So clothes that last a long time, because I know that girls buy more clothes than boys usually, right? But you wear clothes and you go, oh, this is nice, and then 2 weeks later you throw it away, you don't like it. Because it's cheap, right? And there's fashion. So if you buy something which is good quality, like a good coat, it will last a long time, right? So the decisions that we make when we buy things can affect the environment. Also, for example, think about shopping. You could shop online, or you can go to the shop. Which one is better? Maybe taking a bike to the shop. If you buy online, everything, they have to drive it maybe from Taipei here, right? So that's more CO2. So again, think about how your decisions can affect the environment. That's only shopping. You can do anything. You can do about anything from your home, about how you heat your home, air conditioning, the kind of windows you use, how you get rid of your garbage, right? Eating, going to a restaurant, the kind of restaurant you go to, what you eat, how you eat, right? Traveling, how you travel. Lots of things you can talk about, okay? So choose one, an environment or an activity, and then if you don't know any words, use your phones, find the words, okay? But again, do something like this in a group. Okay, maybe 3-4 people in a group, okay? Try and speak English. All right? I mean, really try. Right? Remember, we've got Andre, Jose, and Kate who don't speak Chinese yet, You know, of course, speak a little bit. So we have to try to use English as much as possible. Okay? Try your best. I will come around and give you some paper. Can you get in your groups? Right? Just turn around, find a group, walk around, I don't care, get a group. Guys, you might not be interested, but tonight I'm giving a talk. Today, 6 o'clock. So if you're around, you can come to my talk. It's about it's about kind of British history and the royal family. It's about the opinions of the Queen, inside and outside of our country. It's in the... Thank you. It's in the Boya Jiangtang. Thank you. Shh. All right, I'm going to give you some homework, okay? You have homework, yes.
Okay.
What? You have a writing task. Writing task. Thank you very much. All right, so please check your Google Classroom for the homework, okay? I haven't decided yet. Many. More like 300. Half a page. Yes. I don't care. You never do homework for me, so you can do this now. Also, your presentations, we have to decide when you are doing your presentations. Remember? See that sound? You see that? You hear that sound? I know it's the Yuanzhumin, but it sounds like Christmas. So nice. You have your group presentations. Remember this. Why does no one remember anything? You have to do your presentations about a festival. Yeah? So we have to decide when you're going to do this. How many groups do we have? It might be the second, because not last week we have to do a Fuxi revision. So it might be the week before that. Alright? So I will confirm. Alright? I will decide and then let you know.
Okay. Bye-bye.
How about everyone can go except Jessica? Why? Because I want to punish you. Okay. See you when I see you.
No, I'm not going to.